Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here. Today I'm with Matt at the Bricks and Minifigs store here in La Mesa, California. We're taking a look at some really cool exclusives and just awesome LEGO products in the store, starting with this Star Wars build right here, which I have never seen one of these in person before. So what's the story behind this one?
So this was a day one exclusive when Legoland, in 2011, when Legoland opened up the Star Wars Miniland. This was only for LEGO ambassadors. So there's only one other one on the market that I've seen.
So as you kind of take a look at this a little bit, you can see it's sort of that Miniland style of everything being brick built. So there's no minifigs here, and both the animal and the figure here are all brick built, and so I think it obviously kind of fits that style really nicely, which is neat to see that. But yeah, it's very sad that the Star Wars Miniland areas were shut down. I think that happened around the time that like Disney bought Star Wars, I want to say. It was something like that, yeah, where with the relationship there, they had to shut it down. But there were some really cool Miniland areas at the Legoland parks at one time for Star Wars. But this is a really neat build. So how often do you get something like this rare and unique and unusual in the store like this?
This rare, we got this before we opened when we were building up inventory for grand opening. We do get a lot of rarities. We get a lot of Comic-Con exclusives because we're 20 minutes from the San Diego Convention Center where Comic-Con is held. So we get a lot of that, and we've actually been very, very lucky with our stock, basically, people bringing stuff in, some really cool sets, rare stuff.
We can see some of that over here in this next cabinet. We've got a bunch of Comic-Con stuff, so the individual minifigures out front here. For more recent LEGO fans, LEGO hasn't done exclusives at Comic-Con. It's been several years, I guess, since they've had like these exclusive giveaways. But they used to give away these very cool, both kits and minifigs. It was kind of like a lottery system, basically, that you were able to enter for if you were attending San Diego Comic-Con. And so you can see some of the examples of the things they gave away here. And then the brick heads that it looks like, were those all from 2016, or a lot of those were?
I believe they were all from 2016.
Okay.
I believe so. I could be wrong on that, but we also have a Star Wars Celebration exclusive set. Came in on one of our buys, and a misprint Back to the Future.
Interesting. So, what is the? Is that the tile that's misprinted?
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, I remember that now. Actually, when that's the back when it was Lego Kuso, before it became Ideas, one of the very early fan-made sets. I think it was like Minecraft, and then that one were some of the very early ones there. So it's cool that you have that represented. Above this is architecture sets. This is still one of my favorite themes. I love collecting the different landmarks in that series. But then you've got a great variety. Down below here is a bunch of vehicles, including is that like a Ferrari truck there? So yes, it's one you don't see very often. Very cool.
The Ferrari truck is rare. We do tend to get a lot of Technic cars in, Speed Champions, and the occasional rarity like that. We do get a lot of Harry Potter in. Comes in sporadically. We do get Lord of the Rings stuff in as well. We do have some certified Lord of the Rings sets. We also did get a trade-in. We did get a recent trade-in with, I think it was all of the Overwatch sets.
Interesting.
And most of them have gone. We held a couple and recently put them out on the store shelf, so we still have some.
It's always great to see pirate ships represented at stores. This is from kind of one of the newer runs of pirate sets, one that I think a lot of people overlook with, there's so much focus on the older stuff in the 80s and 90s, but this was kind of a redo of the theme and did get at least one decent ship here, so that's great.
Yeah, the pirate ships are awesome. We have a couple of customers that have repeatedly bring us new pirate ships in, which is nice. They've also brought some vintage stuff in. We sold one of them, but we've got another vintage pirate set from the 90s, and its condition, like the box, everything was just pristine. So we took the time to take it apart and certify it so that everything is there. And the sails were in beautiful condition, because usually on the older sets, the sails usually kind of deteriorate, damage. But everything was beautiful in that set. So
that's amazing. And as we turn around to this side, you can see kind of when you first walk in, you get some of these global landmark sets here. So is this an original run of the Taj Mahal set here? Okay. And then, of course, the now iconic Eiffel Tower with a little addition on top.
Yeah, we've got Ratatouille, and there's a King Kong heading up towards the top there, too. One of our employees did that.
And then I love your Star Wars section, very packed over here, just tons of great builds. So what are some of your favorites that you currently have in the store? And I know for people who haven't been into Bricks and Minifigs before, the inventory is kind of always changing, so there's always new stuff coming in the door.
Yeah, I'm kind of partial to the helmet busts. I really like them. Stormtrooper is probably one of my favorite Star Wars creations. You know.
Yeah, very iconic. Yeah.
Yes. The Jedi Starfighter with the ring, really cool set. And a set that I didn't even realize that they made, and we recently got a couple of them traded in, are the Scarif sand speeders.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Get the larger sets up top here as well. There was, I noticed UCS Millennium Falcon over there too.
Yeah, that set is a beast. It's hard to display. On top of the case is pretty much the only place we can display it just because of its dimensions. It's very large. It's a beautiful set though. The greebling is awesome.
Moving on down further into the store here, you get to the bulk sections. So how do you guys approach your bulk, and how do you sort of organize this in the store?
A lot of it's actually processed at our house.
Okay.
We do some pre-sorting here when we get bulk traded in. We take it home, we wash it all, let it dry. You know, we have a place where we set it out to dry for like 2 days, and then we basically put them in the black and yellow Costco storage tubs. And once a week, we're rotating out our basically these tables get rotated out once a week, which is kind of a arduous task, but we have a considerable amount of bulk that we've taken in on trade. So it's nice that we can offer, you know, clean and fresh bulk every week for our customers. We have some regulars that will come in and they literally will spend hours going through the bulk tables.
Yeah, no, that's what I think makes them so much fun. And while we're here behind the counter, I noticed this fantastic art-inspired mosaic. So what's the story behind that?
Well, when we were building this place out, we were looking at, there were dead spaces in the wall, and my fiance decided she wanted to make that, and she did an awesome job. We got California, and we got our La Mesa's tabbed at the bottom of the map there. Yeah, she came up with the idea, came up with the artwork, and it's based off of, I believe, the is it the La Mesa logo? Yeah. So, yeah, came out really nice.
Nice. And as we move down to more sets over here, I like this selection, especially of the modulars, but then also these larger buildings like the Gringotts Bank there as well. So you've got a really good selection and variety over here.
We pride ourselves on keeping everything up to date, keeping rotating stock, and keeping cool sets out. And that's thanks to our customers that come in and trade stuff in, and we love them and really appreciate it because it's always fun to see new stuff. Every time I come in as an owner, I see new stuff and have to stop and like not the Coliseum, but the soccer stadium, that came in, I believe, yesterday, and I hadn't seen it, so when I first got here, I took like 15 minutes just kind of looking at it.
Nice. And then your minifigs are very nicely stocked here. It looks like these are the collectible series down here?
Yes, so the first 2 cases are all they're plated by series. We try and keep at least 2 in stock of each one. We keep a back stock in the cabinets in the back, so that way, you know, we always have figures. If you get down the way here, we have our comic book series, like Marvel, DC. On the bottom, we have some Warner Brothers, Disney, Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings plate is funny because it'll fill up, and then the next week it's empty. And then this case here, on the right, we have some custom figures that are made by some of our vendors. They're made with Lego parts, but the accessories are custom prints, but the figures are actual Lego and custom print jobs on them. We carry the military themed because we're right by Pendleton, MCRD, there's 3 Navy bases in San Diego, so we have a lot of military that come in and visit our store, and
Yeah.
that's awesome. And then the last case around the corner, that's all Star Wars. We have them sorted by generation for the most part.
I like the
Heroes
big
and
army
villains are
building
separate.
aspect here as well.
Yeah, and we do get a lot of cool rare figures in, and literally they'll come in and a week later they're gone. But it's constant rotation.
And then that brings us to the certified set section here, and this is a mixture of older stuff. As you can see, we mentioned pirate ships earlier. Here's one of the old Imperial Guard sets. Looks fantastic. You've got some Overwatch there. So a mixture of kind of currently available and retired things.
Yes, yeah, like we have I think this is like 89 or 91.
Yeah, Ice Planet, those big raised base plates, the neon orange and blue, iconic colors. Lego Education kit, you don't see those very often.
Yeah, that was an odd buy. It was a teacher, and yeah, it's just odd.
Right.
Bottom, and we also got the corner market there.
There we go, the modular building. And then the Sea Cow, which is really cool as well. Yeah, quite a unique ship. But then for people who are interested in the retired stuff, you do have a whole nother section over here, and I believe these ones are all sealed, is that right?
They're all new in box,
Okay.
but they're retired.
Yes, yeah, so all retired over here. So if you're looking for some of that older stuff in a big variety of themes, even things like Lego Ideas stuff here, obviously a lot of Star Wars, but Ghostbusters, and then like Toy Story. This is one of those themes that's sort of easy to forget that Lego did this. Yeah, some of these that kind of gone by the wayside, but it's great to see this variety. How often do you get like a big bunch of sort of still sealed retired sets? Is that unusual, or how?
Yeah, it's not unusual, but it's not like the day-to-day trades.
Yeah.
Sealed new in box. The trade-in market on that's kind of odd, but we do get them in probably maybe once or twice a week. So it's not extremely rare, but common enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got kind of more currently available sets still sealed as well. So
Yes.
people are looking for that selection. You've got a good variety of themes. But to kind of finish out here, you also have these minifigs. So you've got both the bubble minifigs if people want to come in and just grab one here, but then they can make one in this section. How do you kind of have this divided up?
So this is our Build-A-Fig table. Basically, we have two sides that are matching but opposite. You have heads, you have hair and hats, you have accessories, the legs, and then the torsos. So basically, you can come in and custom build your figure to your liking. Yeah, there's a lot of variety here. Where this is one of the things that we do add to as well quite regularly, and just try and keep things stocked, so keep people interested and coming in.
Absolutely.
Support our community.
You have a great variety of stuff in here, especially some of those exclusives up there are really cool. So for people who want to follow the store online and find out more of what you're doing, what's the best place for them to check you out online?
We have our Instagram, Bricks and Minifigs La Mesa, and we also have Facebook.
Gotcha. And we'll have a link to the website and some of the social media in the description of the video as well. So for anyone who wants to check them out online, they can. But the best experience is to always come into the store here. You can see things like rare Comic-Con exclusives in person that you won't see anywhere else. So really awesome stuff here. Thank you so much for showing us around. And for anyone, you might live in the San Diego area, maybe you're just traveling through, make sure you stop on in, say hello. You can mention you saw them on Beyond the Brick and also meet some of the great employees they got here as well. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.